Okay, so my screen is visible. My screen is visible. My screen is visible. Yes. Okay. So first of all, I'll give you the description of your task. Okay. Which is the description is the intern will learn about some MySQL SQL elements such as literal, data types, nulls, and comments. Sorry, I think that was a network issue here. Now is it clear? Now my screen is clear and my voice is too. Yes? Okay. Okay. So first of all, I'll give you the description of your task 1, which is the intern will learn about some MySQL SQL elements such as literal, data type, null, and comments, and understand SQL syntax and structure. Okay. And your responsibility is to understand what a database is and its importance, and the SQL basics like Lakshmi, is it? Everyone, please confirm me my voice and my screen is clear or not. My voice and my screen is clear or not. Clear? Divya Lakshmi, please check your connection. Okay. So your responsibility is to understand the role of a SQL, like what is SQL. Okay. And just to familiar with the SQL syntax and structure, and some DDL languages, which is data definition language, and we will learn about some key commands. We'll see the syntaxes of some key commands like create, alter, and drop of the DDL. Okay. So I'm going to show my notepad and I'm going to write. Okay. So first of all, I'll tell you about SQL. Okay. So basically, SQL stands for SQL stands for the structured query language. Okay. It stands for the structured query language. Okay. This is the full form. Okay. Then SQL lets you access. Okay. Then SQL lets you access and manipulate databases. Okay. SQL also lets you access and manipulate databases, different databases. Okay. I hope my screen is visible. Okay. So I am just going to type the basic brief, basic 1 or 2 words. Okay. Not the proper language that I'm going to speak. Okay. So basically, SQL first stands for the structured query language, and SQL lets you access and manipulate databases. Okay. So now we'll see what SQL can do. What SQL can do. Okay. So first thing, it can execute queries. Okay. It execute queries. Okay. Against a database. It can also retrieve. It can also retrieve the data from a database. Okay. And it can also insert the records. Okay. It can also insert records in a database, update records in a database. Okay. Updates records in a database, delete records from a database, like so on. Okay. Delete records from a database, can create new databases, can create new tables in a database, and can create stored procedures in a database, and can create views, and can set permission on tables, procedures, and views. Okay. So this all things SQL can do. Okay. So now we'll learn about its basic elements first. Okay. So the basic elements of SQL is, first will be your literals. Okay, so first will be your literals. So basically literals in general refer to a fixed data value. Okay, so generally literals are your fixed data value. Okay, this fixed data value may be of character type or a numeric literal. Okay, for example, its example is, you can say any name like Ronak. Okay, Ronak, or it can be your integer part. Okay, which is here a. So these are the text literal basically. Okay, so a numeric literal can store a maximum of 53 digits. Okay, and a text literal can have maximum length of 4000 bytes in MySQL. Okay, so basically literal in general refer to a fixed data value. Okay, and this fixed data value may be of character type or numeric literal. Okay, now comes our second, which is your data types. Okay, then comes your data types. So basically data types are means to identify the type of data and associated operations for handling it. Okay, means a values data type associate with a fixed set of properties with the value. Okay, these properties cause different treatment of data types. For example, you can say char or varchar. Okay, these are the data types. Okay, so MySQL or SQL use many different data types. Okay, so it can also use the data types. It can also use the numeric, okay, or date and time and string types. Okay, so there are, basically it is divided into three categories, which is first numeric, second is date and time, and third is string types. Okay, in numeric there will be, see, in numeric, there will be, for example, int, okay, and small int like so. Basically, int is a normal size integer, okay, that can be signed or unsigned. Means it can be of, the integer can be of 11 digit, okay, and then small int, a small integer that can be signed or unsigned too. Okay, in small int you can specify a width of up to 5 digits. Okay, so this is your numeric, some of the numeric data types. Okay, now let's come into date and time. So basically in date and time there are date and date time data types. So basically date, you know what is the format of date in the SQL or MySQL. The format is year. See, the format is year, month, and this is your format. Okay, for example, December 30th 1973 would be stored as, it would be stored as 1973 12 then 30. Okay, so in date it will be stored like this. Okay, it is the example of the date format. Okay, then comes to date time, a date and time combination. It is a date and time combination. Okay, now comes our string. In string there are data types, which is char and varchar. There are many more, but I'll tell you these major one. Okay, so in char basically a fixed length string between 1 and 255 characters in length can store. Okay, and in the varchar a variable length string between 1 and 255 characters in length can store. Okay, so there is a, like in char there is a fixed length, and in the varchar there is a variable length. Okay, so yes, these are all the data types. Okay, so data types can be stored in the three types. First is numeric, then it comes to date and time, Then comes to strip. Okay, and these are some of the importance data type, which is char, varchar, date, datetime, int, small int. Okay, so yes, these your data types. Now we'll learn about the third element, which is your nulls. So basically, nulls are if a column in a row, okay, if a column in a row has no value, then column is said to be null or to contain a null. So basically, what are null values? Null values is a empty value in the empty value in column. Okay, empty value in column. Okay, like null can be appear in column of any data type. Okay, and it also can be appear in any column of any data type, like provided they are not restricted by not null. Okay, so yes, so null values is basically the empty value in a column. Okay, now comes fourth one is your comments. Okay, so what are comment? Comment is a text basically that is not executed. Text that is not executed. Okay, like it is only for documentation purpose. Okay, a comment generally describe the statement purpose within an application. Okay, so for comment your syntax should be this will be your comment. You have to use this, and then you have to write your comment statement here, then you have to close like this. Okay, so this is your first comment syntax. Okay, so you can use this for the multi lines. Okay, also the second format is you can use this. Okay, and followed by the code, then in the end you can you can proceed with this text of the comment. Okay, like this text cannot extend to a new line. Okay, so it will end automatically if you use another line. Okay, so it will end automatically. Okay, also the comment can also start with the this. Okay, hashtag. So by this, if you write here, hi, my name is, okay, so this will be your comment, and if you go in the next line, then it will be not your comment. Okay, so this is our three forms in which you can use these comments part. Okay, so basically these are the basic elements of the MySQL and SQL elements. Okay, so these are the basic elements of MySQL and SQL elements. Okay, now we'll learn about some of the basic structures and syntaxes. Okay, so first of all, we'll learn about the select part. Okay, select statement. So basically, select command of a SQL. First of all, we'll learn about the syntaxes now. Okay, so first will be your select, which is very common. Okay, so basically, select command of SQL that you make queries on the database. Okay, a query is a command that is given to produce certain specified information from the database table. Okay, so there are various ways and combinations a select statement can be used into. Okay, so basically a select command of SQL like to make queries on the databases. So how will you do? Here is your syntax, which is, for example, like if you want to view only the information of two columns, which is, for example, just consider name and honor of the table pet. So you want to see the name and honor column of the table pet. So you can write your query like this: select, okay, name, honor, okay, select name, honor, okay, select name, honor from table pet. Okay, so this is your syntax for using the select command. Okay, so this will produce the result, okay, which is based on the pet table. So you have to mention here the column names. These are the column name, which is name and honor, and this is your table name, okay, which is your pet. You can also, okay, so this is for selecting the particular columns, okay. And also if you want to select all the columns, okay, and also if you want to select all the columns, then you will write like this: select asterisk from pet, okay. So in this way all the columns will be select from your pet table, okay. So this is how you can select all the columns from your pet table, okay. Now another example, like if you want to select the distinct columns, like distinct values, means some of the distinct means the unique ones, okay. So if you want to use, if you want to choose some unique, then you have to use the distinct keyword with the select command, okay. You have to use distinct keyword with the select command. So you'll write like select distinct name from pet, okay. So maybe the table name, which is pet, may contains the repeated names like Ronnie, like more than one time. So for using the by using the distinct keyword, you can get the only one name. Okay, this is for unique thing. Okay, and also if in place of distinct you can give all, then the result retains the duplicate too. Okay, instead if you want the duplicate to show, so you have to use select or name from pet, okay. So this will show you all name from the pet, so this will show you the name column, okay, and in the name column there will be a duplicate column too, okay. So this will tell you all the duplicate columns as well as, okay. So yes, this is your basic select statement. So how your select statement can use with these kinds of, it depends on your questions, okay, like what you want. If you want a particular column, then you can use like this name and honor, okay. And if you want the all the columns, then you can use select, okay. And if you want the distinct, means you don't want the duplicate, then you can use like this, okay. And if you want all, okay, if you want the all columns with the duplicate values too, then you have to use select all name from pet, okay. So this is your select columns things, okay. So now we'll learn about some basics of DDL commands, okay. Just wait for a minute, we'll start the DDL commands now. Okay, so now we'll learn about some DDL commands. Okay, so first of all, DDL, okay, the division of SQL is responsible. Basically, DDL is responsible for redefining, it is used for defining, okay, and redefining and modifying dropping various database objects. Okay, so basically DDL commands is responsible for defining and redefining and modifying and dropping various database objects. Okay, so the basic DDL commands are create, alter and drop. Okay, so these are the basics. So first we'll learn about the basics and just the syntax. Okay, first is create command. So basically create command is used to create any table, any databases first. Okay, the basic part is by the create command. So you can use create. Okay, create, then create table, then you have to name your table name. Okay, like student. Okay, so this is how your student table will going to be created. Okay, then after creating, then you have to insert. Okay, now will your second command of DDL is alter. Okay, like if you want to alter your table, so basically alter table command is used to change definitions of existing table. Okay, usually it can add columns to a table, sometimes it can delete columns or change their size. Okay, so for this we have to use alter column. So alter column, if you want to add something, so how you use alter column, you have to use this syntax, which is alter table student. Okay, alter table student, then you have to use add. Okay, add name. Okay, you want to add the names. Okay, so you have to use alter table name add, and you have to mention the types, data type. It should be varchar. Okay, so you have to use add, you don't have to use this parenthesis. Okay, and if you want to mention your data type range, you can mention this. Okay, so if you want to add any columns to your any table, okay, so for this you have to use alter statement this, and you have to use add statement. Okay, add function with it. So alter table student, it will alter your table of the student and it will add the name column to it. Okay, so this is how you can alter, this is how you can add table. Okay, also you can modify by using the alter statement, by using like alter table student modify age column. You are like age column is already added, so you have to modify it. Age number, you are fixing the range. Okay, so this is how you can also modify. Okay, and also you can remove the table components. Okay, so this is how you can use the alter column. Okay, and now last you can also remove the table components. So like if you plan to remove a component of a table, then you may use the drop clause. Okay, of alter table. So drop, if you want to drop a table command, so you have to use this function, which is drop function. So basically drop function will remove all your table. Okay, your database and your table, all your table. So how to use this, you have to use drop function, then you have to specify the table name, drop table student. Okay, so this is how you can drop your table. Okay, and also if we want to drop the specify column, then you have to use with the alter command. You have to use alter table student drop name, drop name. So this will drop the specify column if you use with alter. Otherwise, the drop command will delete all the database. Okay, so these are the basics. First of all, basic is the SQL. Okay, so SQL stands for the structured query language. Okay, and it lets you the access and manipulate databases. And what can SQL do? It can execute queries, retrieve data, insert record, update records, delete records, create new databases, create new tables in a database, can create stored procedures, can create views in our databases. Okay. Then we have learned about the basic elements, which is literal, data types, nulls and comments. So basically what are literals? Okay, so basically literals are the fixed data value. Okay, literals are the fixed data value. Example, Ronak, A. This can be of any type. Okay, then comes our data types. Some of the example are char, where char. Okay, so data types is divided into three categories, which is numeric, data and time, and string. For numeric, data types can be int, small int, tiny int. For the date and time, it can be date time format. For the string, it can be char, where char. Okay, char store the fixed length and where char store the variable length. Okay, then comes the nulls. So basically nulls are the empty value in any column. Then comes to the comments, which is the text that is not executed, that you don't want to execute it. You just want to add for the reading purpose. It should be like clear. Okay, so there are the three methods you can add the comments by using these syntaxes. Okay, first is this, then this, then this. Okay, now comes the select. So select command is used to can be used in various ways. Okay, so if you want to see the particular column, then you can use select the particular columns names from the table name. But if you want to show all the columns, then you can use the asterisk with the select command. If you want to see the distinct name, so you have to use distinct keyword with it. And if you want to see all the column, all the names with the duplicacy, then you can use all. Okay, then comes the DDL commands. DDL commands is basically for defining, redefining, modifying, dropping various database objects. Okay, and its commands are create, alter and drop. Okay, so for create, by using create table, by using create, you can create any table or databases like this. And by using the alter, you can add, modify or drop any column. Okay, by using the alter with the add statement. Okay, alter table student add, you have to mention the column. Okay, so this is how it will go. And by using the drop command, you can drop your table. Okay, so these are the basics of SQL. Also there are DML commands and DCL, we'll learn later. Okay, so basics are this, to and the basics are this, which is the select command, how to select a particular column from the table. Okay, or you can say from the databases. So now next we'll learn about the more functions and more queries, and we'll do in the compiler. Okay, we'll make a database and we'll do the following things in that. Okay, so I hope this is clear. If not, then you can ask me any doubt in the chat box right now. If this task is clear to you, the basics of SQL is clear to you, what is SQL and what can SQL do, and basic elements of SQL, is it clear? Is it clear? Yes. Yes. Okay, so please complete your task on time. Okay, and if you face any doubt regarding this task, you can ask me in the doubt group. Okay, and okay, so your task is to basically use these kinds of syntaxes on any database, on any table, the select statement, or you can use the create, alter and draw statement in any table. You can use from the online compiler. Okay, then you have to share that screenshots only. Okay, so this was the basic. Then later we'll learn more about penny function and will do in the online compiler thing. Okay. So yes, please submit your task on time and also make sure that you have to submit. Yes, Divya Lakshmi, you can use any compiler. So yes, you have to complete all these tasks for receiving the completion certificate of this internship. Okay, so yes, complete your task in time, and also whenever there will be next class, please join on time. There, see, Divyani, I don't have that WhatsApp group link. You can ask your fellow mates. You can ask your fellow mates. They'll tell you. Divya Lakshmi, you will get the recording of this class. If you face any doubt, then you can ask the admin of your WhatsApp group. They will share you recorded class. Okay, then you can see that. Okay.